have discussed that you can preserve the foods, right, by many techniques. So heat preservation, or you can say thermal processing, it is also a food preservation technique. And the origin of this heat processing technique was 200 years back. So the French scientist, I told you that Nicolas Appert, he discovered the foods. He actually preserved the foods in cans, and the process was named as appertization. As the foods were boiled and they were sealed in the jars so that they can be preserved for longer duration of time. And with this appertization, later the canning of foods was being discovered, because the foods, they were heated in the metal cans, and the process was then renamed as canning. Then there are some of the factors which you have to consider while giving the heat processing treatments, or while processing the foods through heat. Like you have to consider the nature of the food which you have to provide the heat treatments. Then the type of microorganisms which are present in the food, that also plays a very important role, that which type of microorganisms they are present in the food. So you have to give that type of heat treatment, whether it is a low heat treatment or high heat treatment, right? Then the nature of the process, because depending upon the microorganisms, you have to provide the low heat treatment methods or the high heat treatment methods. So nature of process also matters a lot. Then these are some of the methods for heat processing, like low heat processing methods. They are used to destroy the microorganisms which are very sensitive to heat, and they're not usually effective against thermoduric microorganisms, right? The heat labile microorganisms, they can be very easily killed with this low heat processing, but those who are heat resistant microorganisms, low heat processing methods, that is not successful for those type of microorganisms, that is not effective actually. Then high heat processing methods, they are usually used for thermoduric microorganisms, and the methods are being used for the microorganisms which are having heat resistant spores, which cannot be even destroyed by heat. So high heat processing is being used for those type of microorganisms which are having resistant spores to heat resistant spores or the pathogenic bacteria. Then the low heat treatment methods, pasteurization is a very successful and well-known method for preserving the foods. Like you have seen the pasteurized milk pouches in the market. So different, it is different from sterilization, because very low order of heat treatment is usually applied to the food product, and it's approximately 80 to 90 degrees C. I must say it is around 60 to 90 degrees C can be the heat which is being provided in pasteurization. So the main objectives of pasteurization are to destroy the microorganisms and to increase the shelf life of the food products. This is how you can pasteurize the foods. Like for milk processing, we use plate heat exchangers. These are the regular, heated plates to which the milk is being passed. This fresh milk is being passed through the plate heat exchanger. Here, there are two sections. Firstly, the milk is being passed through the heating section, and then the milk is immediately cooled. And then you can collect the pasteurized milk at the outlet. In pasteurization also, we are having 4 different type of methods which are being used. That is low temperature holding, high temperature short time method, and ultra high temperature. One is flash pasteurization, high temperature short time. The name itself indicates that the temperature is very high, but it is for very short duration of time. Probably it is being used for juices, because there are pathogenic microorganisms which need to be destroyed in the juices. And so the product is being heated to very high temperature for just few seconds. In low temperature holding, you just pass the milk through a very low temperature of around 60 to 80 degree. And in ultra high temperature, very high temperature of around 135 degrees centigrades, for just 1 or 2 seconds is being passed through the food, is being provided to the food. Then immediate cooling, it also plays a very important role. in terms of like you heat the food, immediately you have to cool the product. Because when you're going to give the range, heating range to the product, like you are slowly cooling the food, then the bacteria, they get that temperature range in which they grow. So we don't have to give that temperature range to the microorganisms to grow. So the immediate cooling of pasteurized product is important, because whatever microorganisms they have survived the heat treatment, they can multiply during slow cooling of the product. And coupled with this is the sanitary handling of pasteurized products by proper packaging to ensure the successful heat treatment, because packaging, it is an integral part of food processing. So the next heating method under high heat temperature is sterilization. It is steam under pressure, and it destroys the microorganisms completely. It makes your area totally sterile and free from microorganisms. Here the temperature is around 121 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes. Mostly we say that it is the wet heat, because it is steam under pressure which is being used to sterilize the food. Now there are three phases of sterilization process. In phase one, that is the heating phase, the product temperature is increased from ambient means room temperature, to the required sterilization temperature. And then that temperature is maintained for some definite period of time. And that is known as the phase two, holding phase. You hold your product at that very temperature for a few minutes. Then in phase three, you immediately cool your product. The temperature in the can is decreased by introduction of cold water into the autoclave. So this was all about the heat processing techniques which are being used to preserve the food. Thank you.